everybody. Welcome to EB Talk, Economic and Business Talk Show with me, Wahyu Kristayuni. And we have special guest today, Divya Fitriyani. She is an economist. And today we're going to talk about business strategy during pandemic. Divya, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you so much. How about you?
I'm so glad to meet you here. I'm good. Thank you, Divya. Divya, nowadays, during pandemic situation, economic and business has changed. And in your opinion, what business strategy is profitable during this pandemic?
Okay, so before I start, my voice is clear enough?
Yes.
All right, so yeah. So the profitable business during pandemic, in my opinion, is a business marks. So because why? Because this is evidenced by the high demand for health products, especially masks, which are needed to prevent transmission of the COVID virus. Since COVID-19 has increased by almost 77%, the potential for the mask business, so yeah, especially maybe those who have a confection business are now turning to making masks. So yeah, the opportunity business during this pandemic is making a mask. So yeah, let everyone to make
Okay.
a mask for our country. Yes.
Okay, Divya. So from Divya's opinion, uh, strategy business that is profitable nowadays, it is making masks. And what is the government's response to this if we make masks or something like that?
Okay, so of course, the government must also support and mobilize this local production, especially confection, so that it can eventually drive our economy, especially UMKM, because they have to keep going, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
in addition, I have to concern about local Indonesian fashion designers. They have also started making cute and variative mugs according to current fashion, so that it can attract the people to buy mugs. So yeah, I think the potential is too big to develop a mugs business.
Okay. So yeah, from Divya, of course, the government must also support and also mobilize the local production. Yes, because if we can make it alone, why should we buy from our country? In this pandemic situation, we have to support our local sellers, right? And also, what is the average price for masks in the public, Divya, as you know?
Okay, as long as I know, in Jakarta, the price of mugs range from 5,000 to 10,000. So, although fortunately there are only a few, mugs are an item that runs out quickly compared to other items, because it's indeed during a pandemic something that is very important to have. I give you example, the fake or the data of this selling of mugs. In May 2020, people can sell 8, 10 uh, to 10,000 marks per day. Meanwhile, in July 2020, it can sell 15 to 18,000 per day.
Okay, 5,000 to 10,000 rupiah. It is still affordable to us because everyone have to wear mask if we want to go outside, right? And it is very important nowadays. And also, you can see it can sell 15 to 18,000 per day, right? It is a big number to be seller. I mean, from used to, mask is not that important, right? But now it is very crucial for our life. So, what are the materials for making masks, Divya?
Okay, basically marks can making with various materials. Some are cotton, scuba, and others with of course various motif. And then max can also be made with leftover materials. You can point it. So such as kain perca in Indonesia. Most of the sales of max are done online, but some are offline, such as on roadsides and in the market. During a pandemic like this, maybe I would like to tell you once again that this business become a promising business because the capital use is not too big. Yeah, because in Indonesia we can use leftover materials such as kain perca. So yeah, we can reuse and recycle the material that we have in yeah in
Okay.
surround us
So
in our
many,
environment.
yeah, so many kind of materials that we can use to make masks. And then, are there any conditions that must be followed for this mask making standard, Divya?
All right. Yes, of course. Yeah, there are some of the rules for making a mask recommended by the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States. So there are basically four rules. Number one is covering of the face perfectly. The mask should be wide enough to cover the bridge of the nose and most of cheeks. Yes. And then number second, there is a strap or we know ear loop or head loop. Yeah, the strap functions to keep the mask in place when we are on the move or in outside activities. And then number three, if we wash that doesn't change shape, use this is use a sturdy material such as Oxford cloth or cotton and others, so that when washed it won't change shape, especially if you use the washing machine. So, and then the last, don't obstruct the breath. Make sure if you have a mask, it's not too thick that can block your breath, so you can breathe easily. So yeah, I think that's all the rules for by the CDC that we have to follow if we want to be a business, if you want to build a mask business.
Okay, then for you who are gonna make masks, you have to follow the standard of making masks, like the Divya has shared to us, like covering face perfectly or etc. etc. You have to follow that. Okay, and the last question, Divya, before we end this talk show, do you have any message for everyone during this pandemic?
All right, let me give you any message, just short. Uh, as always, follow the rules that given by the government. If you want to go out, you have to wear a mask. Keep your distance from people when leaving the house, and don't forget to bring your hand sanitizer because every time you need it, you can find in your bag. And then the last but not least, always take care of yourself every time and everywhere you. Yes.
Okay, and it is the end of our talk show. The conclusion of our talk show is one of profitable business during this pandemic is business for making masks. Because from Divya's opinion, the high demand for health product increased almost 77%. And there are a lot of type of material for making masks, such as cotton, scuba, or kain perca. And if we want to make masks, we have to also follow the rules of the standard making the masks. And last but not least, during this pandemic, please always aware about your health and don't forget to wear masks when you leave the house, and also don't forget to keep social distancing. So this is the end of our talk show. I'm so thankful, Divya, for your sharing today. It is
Okay.
very
Yes,
useful
you're
for
welcome.
us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it is very useful for us, especially also for the seller outside that want to build a business. So thank you for everyone that has watched this talk show, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.